The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
There I am. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy. It's a pain in the ass head sometimes. But you know what we have to do? We have to fight through the pain. Let's do a couple things right now. Let's get a tablet and a pen. Tablet and pen time to basically find out exactly what we want to do in every step. Now, I know you've heard everything you can from TikTok, Google, YouTube, and this person and that person going blah, blah, blah. Me, I just cut to the chase. Okay, come on. I brought in my first million at 14 and a half to a corporate structure, 2.6 billion at 26. So I'm pretty good at this. I got the nickname of the Godfather of credit years ago, and I've built billions and billions of credit for people and taught them how to get the American dream. Now, that's what you want. Stick around. It's tablet and pen time. The first thing is no pictures, no recording. Now, it's not easy, but me, I hold the record for the highest kick in the world in 1981. And every time I hear some doo-doo and ding-dong saying that white man can't jump, see, I'm a guy that basically follows through. I reach my goals every step. I'll fight through the pain to get there. So if you want to get where you want to go, I'm going to get to the millionaire status, okay? That's the first thing. That's a guarantee if you do what I tell you to do through the corporate structure, up to $1 million plus, okay? Now, I like goodies. The ultimate goal, goodies are kind of things to have fun with. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, goodies, and yachts. So you got some choices today. All right, you can learn to play the game and learn to win. When I wrote my first series of books years ago, I called it Winning the Game of Business. All right, winning the game of business, that was the ultimate goal because I turned it into a game as a little kid. To me, I wanted to make the money and get the honey. And that's how it works. Money gets you honey. The honey is the Lamborghini and the Ferrari. All right, let's go from here. First question I'd ask all of you in a live audience or even now, because this is live here. All right, do you want to be a millionaire? And the problem is most people are going to say, yes, I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to tell you the answer should be no. Okay? How you receive money matters no matter what you think, no matter what you do. So let's do this. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? The answer is yes. Is it easy? No. There's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools to get to the millionaire status. Why I wrote the books how to do that, and I've got 50 million people that prove me right. So the goal is going to be up to you. Let's talk about foundation today. Let's say all you want is your credit rebuilt to a 750. I'll guarantee how to do that as well. Why? Because I'm the guy that helped set up the system behind the scenes years ago with Ken Yarborough. Next, you have a corporation. I'll teach you how to play with it because I don't think you have $1 million of credit like I do in my hand today. Would you like $1 million? Would you like the foundation? Would you like to learn how to play the game to win? That's going to be up to you too. So the goal is foundation and structure. Now, we're going to talk about the Ray Reynolds University in 2009. 2009, I'm doing $1 million a day. Is that okay? Over 56 million a month sometimes. All right, got to the point in my workshops, my lectures, and all the things broadcasting nationwide. But the reality is things change. Why? I found myself in a coma. My life got kind of stolen, kind of screwed things up for me. But again, what did I do? I rebuilt it anyway. So winning the game of business is pretty important to me because that's what I had to do for myself. And I called it Repackage America, one of my companies. So understand, someone is going to steal one of your ideas. Someone's going to steal your concept. I had this ding dong basically steal cash flow fee per time years ago, even though he filed a bankruptcy. So understand what we get to do. Now, there's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. It's not easy. If you want that $100 million building like I obtained, $1 million Lamborghini, $1 million properties in Huntington Harbor, I can teach you how to accomplish the goal. But again, you're going to have to follow through. There's 1,000 steps you have to master. I know you want to hire somebody to do everything for you. Reality is that didn't work out so far. Most of you are 50 and above, and you're very disappointed in life. You let kind of pass you by, or you didn't take the opportunity. And now you're wondering what the hell's next. The ultimate goal. Let's understand. We get older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. So what I want you to think about today is when I sold that at the Bonaventure, the Millionaires Founders get $5,000 a set, 12 books and CDs. The ultimate goes to help people learn how to get the American dream. So here I am. Everything is going good in 2009. I got 3 yachts in the backyard. Okay, race boats and all kinds of goodies. All right. My wife wants to take one of the yachts with a group of people. No problem, honey. How many people? There were 78 people, so we took the middle yacht. No problem. Why not? All of a sudden, because somebody in that group had a virus and I got it the next day, there's me laying in a coma July 5th. So what did I get to do? I get to hear someone trick my wife to sign a POA. My wife called the office. She talked to Ron, my district manager. He went with a U-Haul truck to the office to steal my books and CDs. All right, my IT manager, Tom, sold my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. See, I have 50 million people in my database at the time. Never called the phone number on the CDs, please. What's my point for you? Be careful. All right, some of you have been ripped off by friend and family member. Okay, you jacked up this and that. And the reality is you didn't learn rules and tools, and sometimes you get your asses kicked. So today, if you ever want to copy the Millionaires Founders Kit, it's very simple. The office, they sell it for, all right, literally $4.99. So you can get to 12 books and CDs anytime. If you do it during this webinar with me, it's $2.99. Now, if you go to my new boot camp coming out on the end of this month, you get them for free. We're going to go through those books and CDs step by step, the 1,000 steps and rules and tools. It'll be online or in person. I only allow 25 people in person, by the way. The rest will be online. So the difference will be up to you. It is the 20th, 21st, 22nd of this month. This means from 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to work your tail off and learn how to get to $1 million blueprint, step by step, every step of the way. Now, here's my series for real estate. Controlling $2 billion of real estate has been fun over my lifetime. Having fun with apartment complex, commercial real estate, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Jack in a Box, and all these pieces. So I wrote my real estate system for my billionaire clients. All right, from there I did financial freedom, financial series, buckets of money, tax balance, you'd be the bank. If you ever want to copy those series that I sold for $10,000 each, the office, it's $9.99 for all of them. Through me, it's $4.99. If it was done during a webinar with me. Now, if you go to the boot camp, all 18 books and CDs are free. It'll be up to you. What I want to do is show you all the things I'm sorry to say you didn't understand, or you didn't do it, or you didn't let it kind of pass you by. I think, and please don't take this personal, Terry the other day says, you called me stupid. No, what I said is when you follow people that do something stupid, you follow stupid and you're not stupid. Okay, the reality is understand. Half the people in this world are freaking lazy. So here's what's going to happen. If you're interested in going to my 3-day boot camp, you got 3 ways to play this game. It's levels. 50,000 of credit I'm going to build for you. I'm going to give you basically 3 15-minute phone calls with me. 25,000 of credit, 2 calls. And from there, we do 10,000 of credit in 1 call. So it's 5,000, 3,000, or 2,000. As an extra bonus when you get signed up right away, if you're one of the first 25 people to sign up, you're going to get level 1, 2, 3 in specialty classes with me that I do every Saturday, and a lot of times on Fridays as well. So take a picture right now if you want to be one of those 25 people, and I can rebuild you step by step, every step of the way. It's very simple. From here, we're going to learn how to play the game to win. Now, take a picture here. This is very important. This is what I want to talk about Zelle. See, your banks bought Zelle on July 6, 2022. They got together and grouped to buy Zelle. That's how they basically want to transfer money and cash a check. See, you go to the bank to cash your check or deposit, right? Well, Zelle now doesn't need that. Your B of A just stated they're going to close down 4,000 more locations. So your banks are shutting down thousands and thousands of locations. B of A by the end of the year is over 1,000 locations. Okay, more. Okay, that'll make them over 8,000 locations. So I'm always going to say use Zelle. Your bank transfer deposit, or you can actually call the office and use a credit card as well. Now, the next step I want you to think about is looking in the mirror. I've done this mirror test since I was a little boy. You see, I got used and abused as a kid and I thought it sucked. I had to put myself in check. So you might want to look in the mirror today and ask yourself one question. Who's going to help you? Who's in charge? I always look at it this way. God and me are in charge. All right, that's the goal. From there, when are you going to take charge of your life? All right, when are you going to realize you are what you think you are? And that's pretty important mentally here. As we structure it, what do you want? What is your goal? Let's cut to the chase. What do you want? What is your goal? Okay, it's very simple. All right, you take a goal list. Let's say, hopefully you have one. Little sheet of piece of paper, wherever on your phone. I want the house, I want the car, I want this, I want that, and that's stop. You're doing a shopping list. There's a difference. A goal list is the index of a book. So let's understand, let's cut to the chase. Your goal should be one thing, money. Your first goal should always be money because that's what pays the bills. I would like you to write down $10,000 income per month as an automatic thing, automatically. See, I had 22,000 payphones when I was 17 and a half. I had my 19 houses. They told me I couldn't get number 20. I transferred it to my division process and I got 20 and even more. So I want you to think about auto income. Write it down, please. I created something called auto income way back then. See, I didn't understand about passive income, residual income. I didn't give a, you know what? I just want the income coming in to pay the bills. If you focus on 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, this is a monthly income. All right, your ultimate goal is monthly income because what happens is that's only $1.1 million to $1.2 million. What do we want to do? Start doing that per month, per week, per day. See, we're going to chase the goal. We're going to chase the dream. It's money. It pays the bills. Today, if you want to make $1,000 today, you can. All you do is make a list of your friends and family, get them to one of my webinars, pre-recorded or live. Find out what they want to do. And now you get to make up to 20%. So today, if you'd like to make $500 for just 1 or 2 orders, let us know. See, money solves the problems and pays the bills. That's not the love of money, because I don't love money. I love basically my family, and I have a necessity of money to take care of the bills to feed my family. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. So if we look at this correctly today, we look in that mirror, and that's where you put yourself in check. It's important to do that because at the end of the day, you can't blame anybody for anything that's happened to you. The goal is you have to put yourself in the mirror. Let's say today, all right, we look at what you're looking at yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Did you do anything different? I don't believe you have. So I'm going to tell you what I do every Monday at 6:12 in the morning. I get a list about repo of car, boat, house, apartment complex, duplex. I get behind the scenes. I look at the probate list, I look at the divorce list and the bankruptcy list. Maybe I want to sell supply and vendor credit. We can do that as well. Your goal is to focus on your corporation if you want to get the American dream. Corporation needs up to $1 million of credit. Division needs $1 million of credit each. Supply and vendor money. If you do what I tell you to do in the average, within 36 months, you will have a $10 million company. In the beginning, I'd say don't think, just do. I don't want you to think. I'm sorry, but the more you think, the more you screwed it up. Is that true or not? Don't be mad at me if I basically said you've been falling stupid. Because you're not stupid, you're highly intelligent. You're here today. But again, we have to reprogram what you do and how you think. I want you to take a picture of this page. These are things I've done for over 47 years. Storage units, laundromats, dry cleaning, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, gas stations, parking lots, structures, EV charging stations recently, car wash, and real estate. Now, I like auto income. I don't want to run a business. I just want the money coming in. And that's what I designed for me. So hopefully you'll let me get you to that point. But again, let's pretend you're going to do everything I tell you to do. We set up the corp and the divisions. I would like to build you cash credit to your corporation. Okay, so you can write it all off. See, all corporate credits are write-off and interest rate and everything else. I don't think you're winning the lottery and getting a damn raise. So if we took corporate credit today, like these Wells Fargos, they're $150 each. If I just take one of them right now and write a check, I would take a corporation and 3 divisions. I'd buy 3 properties at the same time. Each property is bought in a division because it's a first-time buyer program. Top of that, am I going to do Section 8 or have a real estate office manage them for me? What am I doing? I'm positioning myself in my corporation to get $10,000, $100,000 a month. Because if you don't do this under the corporation, that's kind of silly and dumb. You have to pay tax on everything you do. Corporations don't pay tax so they're profitable. We look at Texas, we look at Arizona, we look at Utah, we look at Nevada. It doesn't matter where we look. You can find properties under $100,000 or brand new, but it's going to be up to you. So let's think about a 5-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, and a 3-bedroom. What are we going to do in another 4-bedroom? If we take the time, and here's the problem. You have taken the time to roll the dice as you. I believe you've all brought the pain home. I believe you listened to a friend and family. You spent a lot of money, so it didn't work. But if you listen and learn, you got to understand something. A corporation, being a legal person, we have the ability to repackage ourselves correctly. So I just like to think about income base. Section 8, maybe basically, or a real estate office management for you. It takes a corp in 3 divisions. Now, storage units are one of my favorites. Why? I get the employees from an agency. Cameras everywhere. It goes up, up, and away. I don't have to deal with any crap. It's just an income-based business. It's boring as hell, but it makes money. It pays the bills. So if we look at Freddie Mac or Section 8 properties, we could do that as well. Maybe we'll do research and do DSCR loans and get a full 100% financing. Maybe we're going to listen and learn that they give me 100,000 per every 20 units, and I get 60. That's 300,000. 300,000 reference 3 makes it 900,000 times 5 is 4.4 million. See, I believe another mistake you all make is you take money and you piss it away and you're broke the next day. I would leverage the money reference 3 times 5 first. I've been teaching my leveraging secrets, as they call them, for years. I don't call them secrets. There's leveraging money to more money. 4.5 million. Borrow money is not taxable. And then we decide to be the damn bank. When you want to be the bank? But again, this is where we look at properties as another function, as an income. Dry cleaning. See, I wrote books on all these things in the last 30, 40 years. And my client's a dry cleaner. There's one in every street corner. Why not? I got them 3 units, 3 locations. That's 63,000 a month. I got another client, laundromats, wrote books on that too. Here's 30,000 per units. How many would you like? Again, you got to realize some of the things I'm talking about. It's boring, but it's making money. I'd rather have boring and make money than take a chance and screw it up, like most of you have done. You've taken yourself and your personal credit to roll the dice, and you brought the pain home. How about a division that owns Wendy's restaurants? How about Jack in the Box? How about gas stations? You see, the goal is to own it, not run it. That would be your goal. EV charging stations, pretty simple. When I had my 22,000 payphones, I was having fun. An average of $300 a month per unit. That made sense. But now the world changed when they came up with the cell phones. So that business went bye, bye, bye. EV charging stations in California, they want you right now to have, literally, listen carefully, they're short of 1 million units, 1 million units. They're even giving grant money for it. But again, I believe EV charging stations are good for 6 years to 9 years. Because I have a client that's got a converter that's going to convert cars to charge themselves. So we got 6 years to 9 years to make a lot of money. Industry's always changed. But again, you can be the investor. So let's think about this today. Let's have somebody drive you around your city, because when you drive, you have tunnel vision. You're not barely paying attention. They drive you around, and all of a sudden you're looking at every street corner on a busy street. What is our goal? All right, why don't you own these? The goal for me is, I'm going to ask you flat out, somebody owns these, but why not you? But again, that's up to you under the corporate structure. We get to play my way. So let's think about this today. I have a system that's called a location system for you. Would you like me to find 3 locations for you? Would you like me to do the work and put them in your divisions and create 100,000 a month for you just because I did the work and you paid me a little bit of money? See, there's simple. I like simple. It's turnkey. But again, it's a choice. It's going to be up to you. Now, again, I hold the record. Highest, fastest kick on the planet Earth. All right, to me, it's like white men jump. See what people say we don't. There's a lot of stupid out there, I'm sorry to say, but it is. And that's how I look at things as well. So again, you're not stupid. Reality is, I think you probably did some things following people that did some stupid things. That doesn't mean I said you're stupid. I think you followed stupid. Would that be fair to say today, yes or no? All right, rags to riches. Me, I got born in a damn taxi. My mommy didn't want me. All right, needed my daddy. What am I going to do? Go boo-hoo-hoo? So your journey today can begin with me if you want, but it's up to you. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way, and I'm not going to put up with any excuses. I'm going to drag you up that hill to the $1 million dream. Draw the diagram in front of you. Draw it now, please. Let's think. You have banks, if you look at Google in the last 3 weeks, they've had to settle these lawsuits. You've had banks saying they're shutting down hundreds and thousands of locations. So let's understand how it works in front of you. Your Bank of America owns branches, and those are corps owning corps, corporations and tax IDs. They bankrupt the location branch. They take the money and the asset to walk away. They write off on their taxes. You, unfortunately, you screwed up you. You allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep. And I think that sucks. But again, that's your choice. Let's draw the diagram this way now. Okay, let's change it a little bit. Here's a corporation. It's a legal person, public record, and has an entity of you. You could have had 3 divisions of you. 3. Okay, this is where you want the ability to play the game and you want to win. Your problem is you didn't have a division of you because you have no idea what I'm talking about. You listen to silly people about the SSN, which is basically the SS5 form. So when you look at your banks and grocery stores and cities, and your Sam's Club and your Geico and your Walmart, you look right yourself in the face and you say, why the hell didn't I learn how to play the game of business? Why did you allow yourself to be a duck and a sheep? That's on you. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. That's what I want you to listen to do, but it's up to you. As we play this game, I want you to look behind the curtain. That's what I had to do. As a little boy, I would basically read magazines and gather them. I was a weird kid. Okay, when they read me a book, I memorized the book and I could read it back to them without looking at the book. And they asked me how I was from a different planet. See, they didn't realize I have total recall on those things. But again, what am I supposed to do? So as we play this game, look behind the curtain, dissect it in pieces. I want you to learn how it works. I want you to quit bringing the pain home. When I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Experian a long time ago, I set up dashboards behind the scenes. So if we take all our credit cards and we put a sticky there, we dummy proof this. We write down the limit of the credit card, what is 25%, what is 29%. What does that do for you? If you would balance your score, okay, and all the credit cards and do that, you can maintain 750 and more. But your problem is you're going to have the excuse. I had an emergency. I lost my job. BS. These 2 cards do not fluctuate. You can charge them up to $1 million and paid overtime limit. So if you listen to Ray's rules and tools, that's me. All right, 29% rule. These are in front. What do? We never jack up our score and drop it below 750 ever again. Your problem is the older you get, the more you realize your credit's important to you. When you're younger, maybe you're silly and dumb. I don't know. So TRW, the reports from Thomas Raymond Woolridge, they made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. In '96, they became Experian. I drew the first one of these a long time ago. I call it good, fair, or hell no. Because I knew the rules and tools because I set them up. I want you to master the Ray's rules and tools. You got it so far? Now, Ray's rules and tools is to understand what cards fluctuate and what cards do not. As we do this, would you like 50,000 or personal credit or corporate credit? You probably need a little bit of both. But again, that's your goal. Write it down and I'll get you there. I guarantee it. Now, Billy had a problem when I met him. He was laying outside Bank of America on the ground, moaning. He's homeless. His wife left him while he's in the military, and he just fell apart when he came back. Okay, sorry, and thank you for your service, Billy. But what did he do? Billy's got no credit. It's all crap. So what did I do for Billy? Same thing with you. Let's say all your credit's jacked up, and you're stuck. What are you going to do now? Bankruptcy or debt consolidation crap? Here, I want you to take a picture. Take a picture now. I got Billy supply credit under a corporation, so we turned it into cash. So write down supply turns into cash. In other words, a solution for the problem. I got him 51,000. Is that good? So again, I can help you do the same thing if you want. So again, I've got classes all through the week. All right, you got live ones and on Saturday as well. You get stuck with me. And I've been teaching and preaching for 47 years, so I don't have excuses. And I'm not going to allow you to have excuses with me. Anybody can get the American dream. Okay, living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. If anybody sues you, they get diddly squat and get all the goodies behind it. But again, it's going to be up to you. Getting to know Ray Reynolds, which is me, Godfather of Credit, RageCredit.com. So here's what I believe. I believe when you're 40, 50, 55 and above, all right, what happens? You're so damn disappointed. You let it pass you by. You played it safe. Now it's called, oh shit. What if something else goes wrong? You need to learn to be a CFO for you and your corporation, a chief financial officer for both. We need to understand about coaching. A real coach like me, my coaches and what I do, I make millionaire and billionaire corporations all the time. So here's what I'd like to do for all of you. I'd like to sit down in a blueprint call. That's right, you and me on the phone with your partner of life, probably spouse. I would like to look at past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly, tax lien or bankruptcy problems. I'd like to look at family. I'd like to look at corporation, division process, and the irrevocable trust. See, I believe you have to plan to live, you have to plan to die. That's what I believe. Your lack of planning is why you get that oh shit day. Sorry, but I think it's true. Your car isn't going to be your car. It's registered to a division. So if they try to sue you, they can't screw you up. The house from now on is bought through a trust. You're going to focus on auto income, and you're going to focus on basically cash flow for you per time. Now, if I do a blueprint call with you and your spouse or life, partner of life, it's going to take up to an hour. We're going to dissect everything you're doing because I want to create a blueprint. So I give you the rules and tools and I give you the next step. I'm going to feed you the steps every step of the way so you don't screw this up. Is that okay? We do it my way for a while. Plan B does not, and there's no plan B. Plan B does not exist for me. It's plan A. Plan B is for losers who want to settle. All right. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. You're going to have to feel like you're falling off the damn cliff because that's how it feels. Do you have what it takes? Let's focus on chapter 18 right here. Now, I'm lucky. I'm being used and abused and I'm paying attention. God may be a little different than most people, my brain, the way it works and everything else. I'm at Mrs. Hope's house. I'm listening to a poker game. I'm in the corner listening, and they said a corporation's a legal person right there in front of you. Now, that's public record, and there's the book right out now in chapter 18 in the law book, public record. I'm not here to be CPA and attorney. Understand, I'm 70 and a half, and I heard that. I wrote it down. All right, I checked it twice, and basically what did I do? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department next day, library next door. Man, what does this mean? I wanted to understand what it meant. This woman was mean to me. She came back 5 things, okay? It may sue or be sued. Now, I'm 9 and a half to go into the library for 2 years. I'm afraid. I don't know what I'm really doing. But I did send away $10. Do you have $30 today? That's a nonprofit in California. You have $100? That's a profit corporation. I found out when I was 9 and a half years old, all corporations are free. All right. Unfortunately, here, when it came to Mary and basically Mark here, they spent $5,000 to a corporation from an attorney, CPA, an attorney in corporate service. They didn't learn diddly squat. You see, corporations are free. I told them to get their money back. Now, I sent my $10 away. Listen very carefully. And it came back as Helping Hand Industries. You can verify what I say by going to the Secretary of State of California. Now, what freaked us out is at that time, I got 100,000 of credit cards in the mail. See, back then, credit cards came in the mail with people and corporations without applying for credit. Mrs. Hope thought it was from a different planet. That's what she said. She did call Ted Turner back from the poker game, and that later became an attorney, and that's what the little boy did. Is he a crook? Is he from a different planet? I stood there explaining to Ted Turner, there's 26 ways to use an SS4 form. Now, understand something. I got in trouble at 12 and a half years old. Why? I used the word Braille. I started the Orange County Blind Center, and the word Braille belongs to the Braille Institution. I had to learn about that as well. So what is our ultimate goal? Never bring the pain home. So let's think about this. When as a little boy, all the grown-ups kept saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, it sounded good. You explained it to me. They came back going, I just thought they were stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, I thought the grown-ups when I was a little boy were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. See, a corporation is on Secretary of State's website. Your name's all over it. They sue that, they sue you. That's what I found out. So if we put our ducks in a row, what is our ultimate goal? Never bring the pain home. All right. Now, here's what happens. Every time you try to go forward, all right, there's someone knocking you down, and there's 20 steps you don't know how to do. Then you're asking some ding-dong how to do it, and they don't really know what they're doing anyway. Sorry, I'd like to give you your steps. Would that be okay? I design your life for you. Would you allow me to set up your goal list with you and for you? Would you allow me to give you your daily and weekly list and project list? I'll guarantee I'll get you to millionaire at least. I got basically, 32 million millionaire clients, and I got literally 29 billionaires. If you want to play, let me know. So the goal is I have a foolproof program. When I was a kid being used and abused, I realized one thing: if I ever get married, I don't want to have the same crap happen to my family. So I came up with a foolproof program. That's what I have if you want one. So let's understand. Let's show you basically Glenn here. Glenn lived in his car for 3.5 years. Brand new business, $1 million company, house, and truck. From there, I help people coming out of prison. This is Free Ray Ricky Dicky Ross with Gold and Platinum Cards Unlimited. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. And within 6 months, a brand new dump truck business, brand new dump trucks. Michael was a client, God rest his soul. All right, we have basically Arnold. We have President of the United States of America. Nancy just kept saying, just say no. I'm the guy that created Teach Our Children Became Dare. From there, I did basically Ronald Reagan, 2 corps for him, and some Clinton. Fishborn's nice, but Mama's sweeter than all of them put together. So what we look at is we look at Costner. We look at Giovanni for Pixar. We got College Professor, Biola University. We look at Superman for Gold's Gym. All right, Crooklyn Bang, God rest his soul. And I got her $1 million too for her little videos as well. Here's my point. Okay, no matter where you come from, my blueprint works for everybody if you can follow through. I'm also known as the Incorporated for Rich and Famous, Dodgers, Lakers, Clippers, and Angels as well. So what do we get to do? What our ultimate goal is understand how to play. Now, I'm sorry you didn't dissect this and understand it. The biggest mistake all of you made is you did not break down how the SSN is from an SS5 form. It's right there, SS5. So this is what you did at 14 to 16. You were told to get a social security number. Go get that. You were told to do this, and you followed like ducks and sheep. You fill out an SS5 form for SSN, and that's a 1040 tax return. You didn't ask questions. You just do what you're told to do. And unfortunately, me, I dissect everything. You only get one of these. So if we look at We the People, when we look at the Social Security card in your personal wallet today, it says do not laminate, no use for ID purposes, do not carry with you. Doesn't even belong to you. If we take the time right now to understand the SS4 and SS5, this is how you get more chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. I've been saying that for over 40 years. Let's look at the SS4 for a second and see where it says legal name of entity, individual person. Now, understand something. All right, the only form I can find the IRS ever created for SS4 is basically for banking and credit purposes is SS4. Now, if you want to be a crook and don't file tax returns, that's on you. You can be like Wesley Snipes, who goes to prison for 3 years and pisses away $18 million being silly and dumb. But again, where's his career now? So what I'd like you to do is write down irs.gov. I'd like you to write down 1244. I'd like you to understand how this works so you can have more chances to try, but it's up to you. So under the 1244, your LLC or C Corp can be an S Corp, single filing, and not pay almost no tax till $3 to $5 million. There's the ultimate goal. So we got people like Richard here. Richard, one survivor of the first show, running around naked, almost died twice on the show. His tax attorney said you keep $375, rest goes to the IRS. I said, and listen very carefully, reference 3 times 5. When you reference 3 times 5, they would have gave him $15 million. But Richard was so stuck in his ways. For 3.5 years, he went to federal prison. 10 years probation, he violated that as well. What am I saying? The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. People aren't stupid. Half this world is friggin' lazy. All right, none of you are stupid. You're highly intelligent. But did you follow stupid at any given time and did not understand how it works? Again, the goal is to plan the problem. We have the United States of America Incorporated. What do they want? 50 corps, 50 states, and then cities. Because they planned the problem and they know they're going to have, a no shit day, they invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They bankrupt the debt, stay in business in front of you, and keep all the assets. See, I want you to think about we the people. Supreme Court says a corporation is a legal person. The ability to stop bringing the pain home, if you choose to. If I turn around today and do a division of you, all right, that means that SS4, I can put your name there, your corp, your division, your subsidiary right there. That's how you separate liability. That gives me the ability, and I'm going to say about 3 closet divisions, so write it down. I want to have 3 divisions of me, all right, and 5 closet divisions. So divisions of me, which are divisions of you. This gives me a chance to try. See, what happens for me coming out of that coma, it's very simple. We were homeless again. They stole my life. My wife, I said, go over to Mark's place. They own Jewelry Mart. Mark, his family off the freeway. We went there. Honey, I'll be right back. I went inside. I'm walking with my oxygen tank for 11 months. Come back in the car. She says, where's your wedding ring? Where's your Rolex? Where's your necklace? I said, honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I'll lie to her today if I have to. My goal is to protect her. But I took 3 divisions of me. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks, and I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do you stay down? Why didn't you give yourself a second chance? All right, another chance to just play the game to win. There's the biggest problem. A division of me. Now, here I got $100 million of this and that, a couple $1 billion of real estate and all kinds of fun stuff. Buildings, Lamborghinis, all the pieces I need. All right, and the Wendy's and all the other shopping centers. What if I have a problem with a piece like the car? I bought this car as a Lamborghini as a division. Now listen very carefully. Here's the keys. So the division got the car, but they want someone to guarantee the loan. Well, that's me, SSN or SS4. I guaranteed SS4, so if I have a problem with a piece, listen carefully. You allowed yourself to be the whole damn piece. I think that's where people make the mistake. But if I have a problem with a location or entity or a piece, I get to do the 3-step. Let's write it down. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Your banks and grocery stores do this in your face, and you're sitting there going, beep, 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 beep. That's about it. So understand, we're going to break everything down for liability purposes, division process. All right, lease of a building. Okay, each property. How you receive money through the SS4, you're not profitable until you're taxable. Next, every credit card you get under the Fair Lending Act is entitled to 99 more. Would you like $100 million or not? Your problem is you took money from your family and you jacked it up, brought the pain home. I call that silly and dumb. I think you followed stupid. If we take corporate credit, we can write off the interest rate in the credit card. We can finance the American dream, roll the dice as a division. If we screw it up or it got screwed up with no intent to do fraud, we can get rid of a piece and keep the other pieces. As I set up dashboards years ago, Yarborough did it as well. Follow through. I think TransUnion just copied our dashboards, and so did CBI Equifax. I'm talking about instant credit reports. I can set up an instant cash report, tax ID, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. And I can build you cash credit. You can write it off to finance your business. Now, today, let's pretend you have a corporation right now. And if you do, what I want you to do, go online, Secretary of State's website. I want you to find your corp. I want to find you to understand in the truth. You probably use your home address, which is silly and dumb. You should have used a mailbox, etc., shared office space. But you're going to find if they sue that, they will sue you. What do we need to do? Put our ducks in a row. Right now, if they sue that corp, it sucks. That means you're going to bring the pain home. Let's write down a line of defense, because that's what you need to do a real business in case we have a no what shit day. Sorry to say, but it's true. Here's a $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, just one of them, and one of the $1 million race boats. What did I do? Obtain things. So if you let me add you to my credit system that's been around for over 30 years, I can rebuild you. Now let's write down credit, loan, and money. Credit, loan, and money. All right, that means if your corporation does business, it's going to create liability. I'd rather have your corporation be a management company, a division for franchise, a division for apartment complex. This is called a line of defense. What do we create? Financial freedom, $10,000 to $100,000 a month. Now, when I did my flippity dippity doos, I was basically 17. I had 19 houses. They told me no for number 20. I had 22,000 payphones. They told me about them as well. So I didn't even went to high school. I was at Orange Coast College at 14 and a half. All right, high school would have been a waste of my damn time. I'm out there making money. I'm not trying to get out of hell too. So let's just remember something. When I was 21, I had a problem. At 21, I wanted to be the bank. See, the buyer's a liar, the agent, and the broker too. And the contractor, oh my goodness, what do? They hire the subcontractor outside Home Depot. No problem, good workers, but then they cut corners after they sign the contract with you. They're trying to, sorry, screw you out of some money. So what did I do? I sold my first car, and I want to see if this would work. They gave me a deposit. I let my division finance the balance. They gave me $413 for basically 7 years. I sold my first house. I did an assignment of mortgage. I wasn't thinking about this assumable loan crap. Assignment of mortgage, that was $1,200. What am I doing? Becoming the damn bank. So if you take an apartment complex today, you could dissect it into pieces. What are we looking to do? Learn about assignment of mortgage. Then we look at the real estate system, financial system, and we look at assignment of asset. Learning how to do this correctly. Now, I like to make you a money making machine if you allow me to, but that'll be up to you. Now, let's say today you want to sell computers, or you want to sell something like supply and vendor money. Okay, no problem. That's Dun & Bradstreet, and I call it OPM, other people's money. This allows us to sell things on Amazon and eBay right away. All right, now here's a $500 million of goodies. Would you like some goodies? But it's up to you. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor. Although there's properties in all 5 islands, my problem is I had a big problem. I got 3 yachts, 2 race boats, a Duffy, and Sea-Doos. I needed it all in the backyard, so I had to get the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor to park all the goodies. Don't you need that too? But again, it's like the Duffy. I could take the wife over to Captain Jack's on Friday or Saturday for steak and lobster and cruise the harbor. It was kind of fun. It's romantic. I told you money get you honey. $100 million building, Lamborghini. What are we going to do? Accomplish our goals. The only thing in your way is probably you. So understand, I accomplish all my goals. And I'll always tell you, white men do jump, stupid people say we don't. Now, I found out later on after that coma, I did my research and found out, Grandpa, maybe that's why I can kick so damn high. I kicked the door jam at 10, the basketball hoop at Waco Junior High when I was 14 and a half. See, my grandpa was Richard Bishop. Never got to really know him. He didn't really give a shit about me anyway. But again, he won the Olympics in 1932. All right, for gymnastics, they called him Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. They made a movie after him too. Here we go. Guinness Book of Records come out to the YMCA, and I'm doing my thing and helping people and training them. The first thing he said is, where's the wires? Kind of pissed me off, so I kicked out the lights. That's only 13 feet. You see, I do things people say you can't do. It's half the fun. But again, it's like the word no. You accepted no. Why would you do that? You knew when they said no, there's got to be a way, but you accepted it. The reality is no to means they're silly and dumb. They don't know how. So let's do this. Let's write down 5 things that are must-have. You ready? 5 must-haves. Well, I'm going to build you to 750 score. No problem. You need a corporation divisions. You need $100,000 to $1 million of cash credit. You need checkbook money and vendor supply money. Did you write it down? These are a must-have. So we look at this very simple. We put must-have, and that's the goal. Well, let's understand today. Here's our problem. You have a corporation, goody for you. I don't think you learn diddly squat. From there, the difference is you want one, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. What is the goal? All right, stop bringing the pain home. Put your ducks in a row and let me repackage your life my way for a while. Let me do my thing for 6 months at least, please. So remember, rich and famous people. All right, what do we get to do? What did you do? I believe you sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, honey, let's start a business. And then you jacked up the cards, dropped the score, got stuck, couldn't get any more, hawked your house, and you brought the pain home being silly and stupid. You're not stupid. You follow stupid. So the reality is, I believe you brought the pain home on yourself. I would like you to learn to never bring the pain home. I would like you to learn my way for a while. Today, you write down today's date. We look at 90 working days, and we make sure we accomplish a goal every day, every step. There's the goal. From there, starting a business, running one, hey, I'm sorry. The friend and family member you got, the friend and family member, they're probably going to try to knock you down. Hope they want to catch you. Hold your breath. So for me, I've done this since I was a little boy. Up at 2:25 in the morning. Drop to my knees, say thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and forgiveness too. In Jesus' name, amen. Then I can go look in the mirror. See, I didn't get a mommy and a daddy and family like you, most of you. I had to get myself out of hell. Today, every time you ask your friends and family something about a business, they interrupt your conversation and tell you how to do it, and they haven't done diddly squat. Don't let people cloud your direction, please. So what do we look at? July 4, 2009. I got the 3 yachts in the race boat and all the goodies in the backyard. Here I am the next day. I get to hear my tax attorney trick my wife to send a POA. Sign the POA. She did. Unfortunately, she did. From there, the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. So I was given a choice right at that time to stay in peace and go back. I said, go back. So the ultimate got to go back broke and homeless. So let's talk about excuses. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. A lot of shitty people. From there, I've been shot, I've been knifed. It's not a lot of fun. But when you go to school in Watts, Torrance, and Long Beach, guess what? You learn to kick it or run and rather die than run. So we have no excuses. Got to get rid of all that now. My big old shit day 15 years ago was a coma. My life got stolen. My client, who's known me since the 80s, wrote and did email and texted to me. She has my cell phone. Stay away from boats and fireworks. I call this an oh shit day. Sorry, I think bullshit doesn't pay your bills. Debt consolidation is crap today. It's not like it used to be. You used to have consumer credit counseling on the credit bureaus. One of my companies. From there, bankruptcy, if you don't learn to seal your record, it's going to come kick your assets. Because no one teaches you how to really play the game. From here, let's understand this today. From there, I like to basically get you past go. I think you're all stuck. I can show you Lamborghinis, Duffy's mansions. Literally, white men can jump, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. I can show you basically race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Would you like to know Ray's rules and tools yet? See, the goal is what I created when I was 9 and a half and have modified it all through the years. My first blueprint was Blueprints for Success. 9 and a half, I wrote it down, and then I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. To see it, to believe it, go get it. And that's what works for me. From there, credit repair, I'm sorry. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a, bullshit meter. Because credit repair is a joke. It's ridiculous. Your credit's not broken. You have a choice. The Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is fraud. They can't collect money from, but they do. Here's the Credit Repair Organization Act saying the same thing. But what happens is if you want to really know what you can do, you would Google Section 611. It'd give you the rules and tools today. From here is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They recently indicted on August 8, 2024, the founder of the Credit Repair Cloud. Daniel here has to pay $3 million. So let's understand something. The odds are saying, in the credit repair business, what, lie and steal people's money? I guess that's what they thought would be good, but they got indicted for that. So let's understand. I know on TikTok it's confusing. You read this letter, that letter, that. This one saying about you can correct an inquiry, or you can basically get rid of a late payment. Go for it. Why? They'll close the account. You'll piss off Capital One. That's called stupid. And you're not stupid. If you have a collection item hitting you again and again and again, you probably have to negotiate the debt. The goal is not to be a crook. Okay, you got the debt. You man up, you woman up, you be responsible. Now, if we understand we might have to negotiate a debt, and all of a sudden we look at the 25-29% rule, The next thing we'd want is a rapid refresh or rescore. I know where I invented this 42 years ago. Harold Stokes and Ken Yarbrough's for mortgage companies as well. I call this the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. But it's up to you. Let's give you some more steps today. Number one, I want you to get the goodies. I want you to get Intuit because it owns Credit Karma. They bought it July 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times. Simple. I was suing them too. Why? Because they said 42% and it was always below 30. So let's understand that today. Next, I know on the radio and TV here, LifeLock. Oh, goody for you. They got $1 million policy. Well, the reality is very simple. They've been indicted 6 times. The last indictment's $100 million. Be careful. That's all I'll tell you is be careful on that one. But it's up to you. So if you allow me today to obtain your credit reports, my departments will analyze your reports and bring it to me right away. Then I'll reanalyze it in front of you. I do this on Fridays and Saturdays all the time. So that means I'm personally going to hold your hand every step of the way and tell you exactly what you need to do. Can you listen and turn these up and follow through? We'll find that out. Here's that form you didn't pay attention to, most of you. It's an SS5 form. You did it at 14 to 16. And if you didn't do it, that means mommy did it in 1971 on, because that's when you were born, when Nixon took the gold standard out. That is the SSN, the SS what? 1040 tax return. You fill out the form. Did you pay attention? Again, it says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, do not carry with you. I believe the biggest mistake is you didn't take the time to figure it out. Understand? So guess what we do? The SSN is for the 1040 tax return. We look at this and what happened with you, the first job you had, where's my money? The company came back and said the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. See, that's what makes us ducks and sheep. We all do stupid. I'm sorry, don't take it personally. We all do stupid. But the reality is if we take the time and look at it correctly, we, the people, can look at the 1244 and not pay tax up to $3 to $5 million, almost no tax at all. We could play the game to win. So let's compare SS5, that's the SSN for 1040, to the SS4. Line 1 says legal name of entity, individual person. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in front of you, and you didn't pay attention. So the only form I can find that the IRS ever created for banking and credit purposes is in front of you. That's per entity. That's how you get 3 more chances to try, and you don't bring the pain home. So my dashboards are pretty simple. I set up in the 80s helping Ken Yarbrough and all the other pieces. What did we get to do? I can start a brand new credit file under the SSN or SS4. One of my new books coming out is called Race Credit Kit. It's for everybody in high school. I'm going to start their credit files and give them the rules and tools so they don't make the same mistake you made. I want to change the next generation. But again, it's going to be up to them to pay attention to. Division of view. Simple. If we play the right way, like I did in 92, I help people rebuild this step by step. All right. Your corporation should do 4 things. Can you write them down, please? It should buffer tax. No taxes due till we're profitable. Corporate credit, it's all the darn write-off. Simple. Interest rate credit cards, you're not winning the lottery, getting a raise. It's a car at fleet price. It's the free buffet at the hotel. Now, the division is a line of defense. See, I'm sorry, but we're all going to have bullshit days. All of us. Line of defense are cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. I hope you wrote it all down because you can't take a picture. Your goal is to have a line of defense. Remember, debt follows SSN and SS4, but also builds credit reports. So the goal is who wants to be the duck? To be the duck and the sheep. We have the ability to play the game to win. So the ultimate goal today, I'd like to basically have you play with me and I play with you. We get to the American dream. Well, let's keep in mind, you must be part of the program. There's only 2 rules. 1, you don't jack up credit cards during the program, and you don't apply for credit, crashing a rapid rescore. See, I pay for everybody's rapid rescore in my pocket, so it's free to them in the beginning. If you screw it up, you're gonna have to pay for another one. Isn't that fair? Now, if you have open collection accounts, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. IRS problem, then you look at their form, irs.gov. You get a hold of their form called 656 433A and B. See, there's a way to repackage every one of you. Every one of you can be repackaged if you follow through, but that's up to you. So here's that $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini, $1 million race boat, and a $5 million mansion. What would the goal be today? Let me analyze you. Let me add rapid rescore. Let's push your score from 510 to 757. And what do we get to do? Let's see what your score is and add the rapid rescore. She had no green lights. 750 score, green lights, and build her $1 million of credit. This poor couple, they went to a bankruptcy attorney. They sold them a bankruptcy, they didn't need it. So I had to get them a car to get them started, $500. Here's collections, 11 of them, laid on their carpet. Here's 3,000. See, we have to balance our score and understand how to rebuild it. Here's 96 points in 3 days. So time is running out. We have a problem right now. A corporation or a division needs to be 2 years to get a line of credit for 150. So I'm going to tell you your corporate and divisions need to be filed right away. That's if you want a 150 per entity per division next year. File it now, you have the ability to do that. All right, you have the ability to play the game right now. It's up to you. Do you want 50,000 or personal or business or both? Let me know. From there, if you're not a client currently, my goal is to put your rapid rescore first. Then go to class Friday or Saturday or both, and then basically target the 750 score. That's what you should be doing. And the ultimate goal, we do that usually for $9.99. We hand you 1,000 card back to you. Reimburse yourself. During a broadcast like this, what do? We discount 50%. We give it to you for $4.99. And the card becomes a bonus card for $500. That's as long as you pay in full. Payment, you don't get the bonus card. With Ray's rules and tools, you know how to maintain 750 now. Now that's a Zelle. Take a picture right now. From there, if you want a starter package for a millionaire, we rebuild your credit. We build you, corporation. We hand you a corporation. If you have one, we build the one you got. Either way, because it's free. You pay your filing fee. We rebuild, and what we look at is very simple, is we put you in level 1 or setup on Friday or Saturday at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time with me. From there, if you spend $9.99, I give you 5,000 of credit. On top of that, rebuilding you. That means I'm giving you 5 times your investment. $24.99, 25,000 of credit, 5 times your investment. So here's a way to get you analyzed today, add history, and start popping credit right away and rebuild you. And then you're stuck with me every step of the way. That's a Zelle. The ultimate goal. There's your Zelle. All you got to do is do it right away or call 800-254-9506. All right, phone number's right in front of you. If you use a credit card, they will charge you 5% more because that's what the bank charges us. Very simple to do. Now, I need you to do some homework. I need you to write down a phone number, 888-567-8688. See, you added yourself to the national mailing list. And they see I'm a voter. They vote the list. They sell 412 times a year. Maybe you have a cable bill or corporation. I would like you to take yourself off the national mailing list. Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. But that's up to you. The phone number's in front of you. From here, the ultimate goal, step 4. Let's go to step 5 and understand how to play. We should plan the problem. I believe you've had a friend and family member rip you off. I believe you spent thousands of crap that didn't work. Safety, credit, line of defense. So if we focus on this, what I designed years ago on the dashboards, they all came to do this, 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. That's what I designed in the 80s and 90s, by the way. So we look at this correctly. Number 5, all cards fluctuate, but 2. So if we do this correctly, and we use the rules and tools and put our sticky behind our card, and we understand these other cards don't fluctuate. That's how you maintain a 750 score, by knowing the right card to use. Unfortunately, most of you used the wrong damn card, and you brought the pain home. Now you know how to maintain 750 score. So today we have an emergency. We lose our job, or you have an emergency. What do? Most people jack up their cards in 42 days, and that's the biggest mistake. Then they get stuck, can't get any more, and they wonder what to do next. So understand today, if you said you needed $5,000 Now, you go to your friends, family, the bank, they'll tell you no, because you said the word need. The average person, probably all of you, waste $50 every other day. If that's true, we can actually basically understand that's $600 a month. If we turned around and spend $50,000 on a corporate credit card, we get to write it all off. We could actually probably buy 2 pizza restaurants, all right, with basically a drive-through with the money you waste every day. But again, that's step number 6. So again, white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. I'm going to tell you about Nixon taking the gold standard out in 71. What do? We write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp and my family. So far, I believe you've all been sacrificing yourselves and your family about your personal credit. You should have your basically raised rules and tools and understand how to have your cake and eat it too. Step 7, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Let's replay this game correctly. There I'm in that comma, verify the address, find out I'm telling you the truth. It's very simple. Been in 2 commas so far. When I was crippled for life, and Jesus said, get up, I got up. The last one, they're working on me, and I got to die and come back and help you. So I look at it this way, the devil's trying to hold us back. All I knew is God's delays aren't God's denials. So if you let me repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, I can put you to millionaire status if you allow me to. Coaching program is pretty simple. Next, we think about checkbook money, up to $150,000 line of credit. Corporation's a legal person. Well, we got to be careful if we don't do it right. We're going to do it wrong and bring the pain home. So again, today I asked you to write this earlier today. Banks and grocery stores in cities do this, and the bankrupt locations keep their goodies. Here's the corporate divisions of you. 3 divisions of you would make sense to me. But again, the lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. People aren't stupid. Half the world's friggin' lazy. Now, this is pathetic. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Then get off your butt and go drive an Uber or Lyft and have a garage sale. Go to the church for the food. This is ridiculous. I came out of a coma. My life was stolen. We're homeless. What am I going to do? Simple. I sell my wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelets. 6 weeks later, I build $1 million of credit because I have my divisions of me and my closet divisions. I buy my wife an extreme house. See, I don't understand why people stay down when they never had to. But then that's up to you. Simple. The division allows me to disconnect, isolate, incorporate in case I have a bad piece or a bad tenant. What do I get to do? Set up a line of defense, willing to sacrifice the division, never the corp of my family. I believe most people in sacrificing themselves. A tax ID allows me to set up credit files under the Spirit and China and Equifax, getting you basically what I call credit cards, cash cards, and then you line yourself up for checkbook money. Don't forget the dashboards that I set up in the 80s and 90s. This is how people have built billions in credit so far since 92. We can play and get you past go and get you the right dashboards and build you up and away under tax ID. That's the ultimate goal, to write it all off too. So if we do this correctly today, what are we looking to do? Now, here's my problem. My problem I had a $53 million of credit cards. That's right. Back in the late 80s and 90s, that's damn. It was good until they started shrinking my limits. I created Homestead Blocker, UCC One Chattel Mortgage for my billionaire clients in my real estate system. What I wanted to do is see if I can loan out some money. See, they're shrinking my limits, and I found out at C191D, I loaned $50,000 out. I created $2,400 a month income. So when I decided and I designed cash flow fee for time, it's because I'm using my credit cards to do that. So let's understand, if you got a copy of my book called Buckets of Money. I took 41 divisions, all right, $4.6 million of credit, and I created $190,000 a month income in 18 months. That's how I saved the credit, the ultimate goal. Next, that was in 98. The assets behind that were $1.1 billion. So if we do this correctly and look on the dashboards, all right, we protect our assets. We put our ducks in a row, because right now if they sue that corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense? The line of defense, never to bring the pain home. If you needed $25,000 credit today for you or your corporation, it's very simple. All right, today, instead of the $2,500, all right, you would get it for $1,299 if it was done right away. If you wanted basically $50,000 of credit instead of $5,000, or as long as this is done during the webinar, it would be $24.99. If you want $100,000 of credit instead of $10,000, which is 10%, you're looking at $4,999, $4,900. Again, that would be a Zelle, if it was done during this broadcast too. All right. Now I created something else. I just kept creating. Daisy chaining of credit. One card, you get 9 sisters to be $1 million of credit. If we build it up and away, that'd be $10 million of credit. So let's write down daisy chaining of credit. Something I created years ago too. From here, a division to a corporation, I have to basically set up my history to establish the credit report of Experian, Chandler, and Equifax. After we build credit up and away, then you learn to daisy chain credit. When you daisy chain credit, that means one card becomes 9 more if you want 9 more. Divisions are pretty simple. You get 3 for $9.99, 9 for $24.99. It is a Zelle from the Arrow Ultimate Goal. Everything I do is division based because they never give me a loan to value problem. Plus I can separate liability, even when I ride with Neil Diamond a couple of times. So again, $500 million of goodies. I think everybody should go after those goodies as well. IRS, write it down. I'd like you to set up an IRS account, irs.gov, and set up your account to watch your tax returns. See, the problem, what's going to happen is you're not prepared. You didn't plan the problem. When they send you the 4506T or C form, you're not prepared. Write it down and Google it today. One of the creditors is going to send you that. The goal would be to have $1 million of cash credit cards, $5 million of checkbook money. The goal is to rebuild you. Over here, there's only 10 great cards I like. Green, 3 of those for 160 times 9. B of A times 9. Wells Fargo times 9. Inc times 9. And gold times 9. This could be up to $5 million. Then we have to go over to the bank. See, the bank is going to basically tell you about the line of credit for 150. They're even say bridge the gaps. They want you to have a 2-year corporation. That's why I want your divisions of corporations to be filed now. So next year they're on their 2nd year. If you do this correctly, that's up to $5.4 million to finance the American dream. Divisions give you the way to project and to do a business plan into the $1 million. But again, it's up to you. As we play, every division should be known as a bucket of money. Now, I got specialty classes live every Saturday as well. I said all through the week or Friday and Saturday, you can get stuck with me. So we're going to have some fun this week as well. We're going to basically leverage money and turn that into more money. Now, I believe this should be your business plan. I believe you should let me build you up to $1 million of cash credit. You should take that, borrow money, and buy your lifetime income. I think your lifetime income should be real estate or franchise. I think you should have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home. Would that be okay if we did it my way for a while? Now, let's pretend I gave you a check for $1 million today. Your problem is you keep putting me in there, which is you. I'm buy a house, a car. Stop it. Your problem is you pissed away some money. Reference 3 times 5. 1 million becomes $15 million. You spend to borrow money, and you also have taxes. That's the name of the game. Today, or you have to learn to win the battle, step 8. But let's understand, you won the lottery. Fantastic, goodie for you. Your tax person told you to put in your personal account. I'm going to tell you to have a division of you and go sit with the banker and borrow against it. I want you to borrow against it because borrow money is not taxable and turn that into $100 million. 11 cities filed bankruptcy. You could have did the same thing with no intent to do fraud. United States of America Incorporated, cities and states. So what do we get to do? Chapter 9 bankruptcy? No. You could plan the problem and basically protect you and your family. But again, this is up to you. Now, I'd like you to Google bankruptcy. Why? Because I need you to understand the truth. The only thing that can file bankruptcy is SSN and SS4. Who wants to be the duck, the sheep, or the corporate, the division, or you? Make a decision. But that's up to you to understand how to play. All right, let's understand. If we plan the problem, we look at the Ray Reynolds University how I created up to $1 million a day, all right, 2009, having fun when I first started with the business plan, building the business game. All right, well, basically just play the game under business. From there, page 6, paragraph 3. But again, there's 1,000 steps if you want to learn them and master them. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Sold at the Bonavista for 32 years for $5,000 a set. There I'm in that damn coma. There's my biggest oh shit day in my life. But what did I do? Ron's stealing my books and CDs. Tom's selling my websites and my phone numbers to a damn porn site. If you want a copy, you call the office right away. For $4.99, you get all 12 books and CDs. If you did it online with me now through this webinar, you get it for $2.99. But the only thing is for the books and CDs, it is definitely a Zell. Now, September 20th, 21st, 22nd, I'm doing a live event online or in person. Only 25 people can go on in the person, and it'll be in Riverside, California at Marriott. Very simple. If you basically sign up for the boot camp for the 3 days, all books and CDs are free. If all you want is the books and CDs like Real Estate Financial Series, the office is $1,000 on that. I give it away during a broadcast for $4.99. If you want to go to the workshop online, 3-day boot camp, all right, get ready to take a picture. It's very simple. If you want 50,000 of credit in 3 15-minute phone calls with me, it's $5,000. If you want 25,000 credit, 2 phone calls, it's $3,000. If you want basically 10,000 of credit and 1 phone call, it's $2,000. So here's the ability to play the game, and I'll put you in level 1, 2, and 3 if you do this right away in specialty classes. If you're in some of those classes, you just extend the length of time. We just add to it. It's a Zell only. Pretty simple. So if I add you to my credit system, I get to rebuild you. I can build you up to $1 million of credit, but it'll be up to you. Beat your race, run your race, beat your doubt, get out of your way where I rebuild you. That's how I look at it. So getting past go, God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, race boats, all right, helicopters and U-Docks and all kinds of goodies. Let's do something today. Let's write down driver's license, insurance, registration. I believe, as highly intelligent as you are, every time you get in a bumpity bumper pulled over, you're giving a stranger your home address. I would like this to be changed today to P.O. Box, mail-in address, what your city allows you to do, or state, because I want you to protect your privacy. But it's up to you. Step 12. As we plan the problem, here we have 2 cars and 2 buildings. You have 1,013 divisions. Your problem is you. When you basically signed to get that car, what did you do? You didn't do what you should have done. You should have, when you fill out that application, next to your signature, you should have wrote down this allows 1 inquiry and took a picture. You didn't do that. You allowed them to get you 9 inquiries and jack you up $20,000. But again, that's step 13. What should we always do? Stop bringing the pain home. The car from now on is fleet price, tax ID division. Write it down, please. From there, we get a house. I'd like you to buy it through the trust, so don't put husband and wife on the loan. But that's up to you. When you put 2 people on the loan, I think it's silly and dumb. Why would you create a loan to value for 2 people when you don't need to? Lose house and car, what do? They report it as an IRS to the 1099-C, and now you have double shitty credit. You didn't plan the problem. You get in a bumpity bump, they sue the division and not you. See, I need you to plan the problem, because we're always going to have an old shit day. Sorry, but it's true. So if we play this game to win, every problem you get should be a division. We don't know which one's going to fall and sue us and screw us up. Your house payment will offset your taxes. We looked at Amazon. They didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion and triple trillion. They haven't done that at all. See, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. That's the ultimate goal. We watched him borrow from 3 banks, $44 billion. He might be the richest guy on the planet half the time, but the reality is he didn't have the money in the bank. He had to leverage it and borrow against it. He does have a spaceship, so do the other 2 guys. So we can actually play this game to win. If you want to win the game of business, it's up to you. Step 15. Run your race, run your life through a corporation in conjunction, and let's pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. It's simple. Today, your paycheck is taxable income. You get the leftover. With your leftover, you're paying car payment, gas, registration, insurance, which you should be yelling no. You should do it all under the corporate structure in the first place, like I do. Step 17. If you go to irs.gov today and get a hold of an SS4 form, you'll find out I'm telling you the truth. It says banking and credit purposes. And you chose to follow like ducks and sheep. No reason to do that. No intent to do fraud. But it's up to you. Here's mama. She's standing outside, right, and she's in the hospital, just had a baby. If she doesn't sign that SS5 form, baby and mama can't leave the hospital. So we got to learn to play. See, we're bonded up to $35 million apiece. So we look at the house, they sue you, they take it away. If all of a sudden you're dead, they get it stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat. So let's understand today. You hire the contractor, they hire the subcontractor, it stands outside Home Depot. Good workers, but you know what they're going to do after they sign the contract? They're going to cut every corner they can. I want you to plan the problem. I want them to get diddly squat. Why not? Look at irrevocable trust. Please plan the problem. But again, stop bringing the pain home. Wesley Snipes did what most people do. He did something stupid. He listened to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. 3 years in prison, $18 million later. Where's his career now? It ruined his life. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It doesn't work that way. That's step 20. So if you want to buy at wholesale price, up to 70% discount, let me know. You pay a bill up to 90 days, you leverage money to $15 million, and then you basically get to play the game called blackjack. Step 21, you get to win again. So if we do this correctly today, let's understand something. The Ray Rose University, 22,000 square foot building, 2009. Ultimate goal, helping millions of people. That was my goal. My blueprint is see it, believe it, go get it. Because that's what I do, and I do for you as well. All right, you don't have your time. I believe your time controls you. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, all right, please be uncomfortable, because you're going to be if you have what it takes. But again, it's like coaching programs. Let's say today you allow me to hold your hand every step of the way. Do you want to be a millionaire or millionaire corporation? You make the decision. If I get to blueprint you, I'm on the phone with you and your spouse for an hour, partner of life. That's $1,000. From there, it's step 22. Here, the goal is to look at all these types of businesses that I'd like to get you a location, do all the work for you and with you. I'd like to partner up with you if you want. From here, my location system works great. So the difference is just getting you money, and that's the ultimate goal, is an income. Let's say today, all right, because I wrote books on laundromats and dry cleaning. I'd take $40,000 off of a card. I'd get $3,000 to $10,000 a month. If I took $100,000, it's a storage unit. If I took $250,000, it's usually an apartment complex. So if we focus on boring business, what do we focus on? Income, up to $100,000 a month. See, I think the Expos put you like a deer in the headlights. Let's own it. Let's not run it. Would that be okay? What I'd like to do is understand today, let's say you wanted to be with me coaching for 6 weeks. You and I on the phone, we blueprint you and your spouse or partner of life. We get you $25,000 of credit. We want to put you in expedited rapid, level 1, 2, 3 in specialty classes. This is billed at $11,995.96. During a broadcast with me, you get half price, a little bit more than that. It's $4,999. And you're stuck with me coaching. You just call that phone number in front of you, 800-254-9506. You can Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So if now we want to get more serious about it, we look at the 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months of a coaching program. What is my goal? The IRS says $5 million below a small company. Let's fight through that 3, 6, or 12 months, and let's see if we can get you the keys to your first location of auto income. Would that be okay? As we position this the right way. Corporation's a legal person. Remember today I told you to basically look at this, and I want you to have 3 divisions of you. Ultimate goal. So the line of defense. The ultimate goal is line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, corp, not my family. What will you do today? All right, and what are you willing to lose? Family? I just finally got one. Wife, 6 kids, 12 grandkids. Corporation? No. Division? See, that's the line of defense. All right, everybody gets checkmate if we play the game right. So today, reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, training people to be CFOs to make them corporations and division millionaires, and that's the ultimate goal to help every one of you. As we play this game, never have joint credit. You buy a house, it's escrow close homes to trust. Let's buy it to the trust from now on. Corporations are free. You just pay your filing fee and you get your division, real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. You'll find out in most programs that I sell, they're going to give you bonus cash credit up to times 10 of your money back anyway. I want to take away your excuses. That's the ultimate goal. That's step 24. If all you want me to do is get you 750, I'll do that. I'll analyze you, do a rapid rescore. You're going to go to class Friday or Saturday. You're going to invest $499, get you a $500 card back to you if you pay in full. Okay, from there you're stuck with me. And that's the ultimate goal. If you pay payments, you don't get the bonus card. And now you know how to maintain 750 score. It's a zell. From here, starter package for millionaire, it's simple. I'll take your corp you have at history and build it up and away, rebuild your personal credit, set up level 1, or I'll hand you a corp for free and you pay your filing fee. I'll charge you $9.99 and $5,000 in credit back to you, 5 times your investment, $24.99, give you $25,000 in credit. The goal is to analyze, add history, and pop credit as soon as possible. And that's what you would zell right away. Ultimate goal, referrals are good. I'll build you more credit, or I'll send you back up to 20%. You can even give me a list of referrals you want me to do. So we look at corps and divisions, and your ultimate goal is make sure you run your life as a division of a corporation, and that way you don't bring the pain home to your family. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in front of you. What is the goal? Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO, never bring the pain home, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Please look beyond that curtain every step of the way. And let's understand we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, it's pretty well up to us. So today you have the ability to call the office right away. The ultimate goal for every one of you is let me repackage your life. 800-254-9506. And keep in mind, what is our ultimate goal? It's up to us. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.